Hello, soul travelers. Welcome back to my channel. This is where I share my experiences and knowledge I have obtained to help you on your spiritual journey while I continue on my own. So today we're going to be talking about balancing the feminine and masculine energy. We're going to focus a little more on the feminine energy. And the reason for that is that for many thousands of years, you guys, our planet, our universe has been ruled by masculine energy. Now, both the divine feminine and the divine masculine energy are equal. None is superior to the other. They both have their roles. But the problem is there's been a severe imbalance, okay, with the masculine energy upon this earth. So what is masculine energy? The masculine energy is that actionary energy, that go-getter energy, you know what I'm saying? That very physical energy of taking action to achieve a tangible result, and all things tangible, you know, what we can see like in front of us. And there's nothing wrong with that because we need it, okay? It exists for a reason. But the issue is that it's out of balance, and it has been out of balance for a very long time, okay? Because all of our generations have been programmed to work really hard, you know, put in a lot of effort to get what we want. But we've pretty much been made to forget about the feminine energy, okay? And it's very important for all of us to embrace both and balance both for our spiritual alignment. Okay, this is part of a spiritual alignment, is balancing these energies. So feminine energy is more about magnetizing. It's the energy that pulls things to you rather than going to get. Okay. It's the creative energy. It's where inspiration comes from. You know, those bright ideas that just pop up out of nowhere. It's where the vision happens and the dreaming starts. And then the masculine energy is responsible for executing and carrying out the necessary action to bring it into the physical. So we all have both of these energies, men and women. When I say feminine and masculine, I am not talking about male and female. This has nothing to do with gender, okay? But what's happened is these energies have become distorted and they've become out of balance, like I was saying. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that distortion in a little bit. But we all hear a lot about manifesting, right? So manifesting is all about creating with your thoughts and with your subconscious and with your feelings, okay? To bring these things into reality. That is feminine energy. That's what I'm talking about, okay? That is a creative energy. And that is why a lot of us still have such a hard time at manifesting, or we feel like it's not really working for us because we're still working solely in the masculine energy. We believe in, you know, or we have these limiting beliefs that we can only have something if we work really hard to get it. Okay. And we are also basing those beliefs off of what we see in front of us, the physical. Okay. So like, you know, I see this here, so it can't possibly be true for me to get this because this is how things are right now. No. Okay. And we're not meant to work hard. Yes. If your belief system is that you need to take action, then you need to take inspired action. There's actually people, though, that manifest solely without doing anything. But like I said, we want to have a balance. And I, for one, believe in inspired action. But there's a difference in the approach, y'all. Okay. When we're acting in complete masculine energy without using our feminine energy as well, we're on our grind. We're putting in a lot of effort. We're struggling, you know, just pushing against the grain. And we're working from motivation versus working from inspiration. Okay, because when we're motivated to do something, it's because we're lacking something or fear of being without something or to get something. The only reason we're doing it is to get this, or because so we won't be without that. That's motivation. Inspiration, that's what it's called, inspiration, comes from the inside, from the feminine energy, from that divine spark. You know, when we're inspired, everything that we do to get what we want, it comes naturally and it comes freely and it feels good. It doesn't feel like work, you know. When you get this vision, when you create this vision in your head and it's all you think about, you know, and you can fantasize about it, you can get your feelings into it, and then, you know, then the action falls in line. But it's different than the efforting and the grit and the grind. Okay, the feeling is different. Okay, when we're working in feminine energy. So feminine and masculine are actually the yin and yang. A lot of you have seen or heard of the yin and yang symbol, the Chinese symbol. One side is black, one side is white, and they each have a little circle in it of the other. Okay, so black side with the white circle, the white side with the black circle. Okay, the reason they both have the small circle inside of the bigger half, that it's talking about balance of the feminine energy. That is literally a symbol of the feminine and masculine energy, guys. Okay, so the dark side, the black side, is actually yin, which is feminine, and the white side is masculine, which is yes, the white side is the masculine side. So and in the Bible, in Genesis, and this, whether you're a Christian or not, I'm using this as a metaphor because, as I told y'all before, knowledge can be found any and everywhere. But in Genesis, and like we're referring to the yin and yang symbol here, okay, as our reference. So in the beginning, everything was in darkness. Y'all know that. It says that God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Now, in my personal belief, God is a personification of the divine energy and of the universe. However, my point here is, you remember I told you how the feminine energy is the creative energy. And yin, the dark side of that Chinese symbol of the yin and yang, is the dark. It's dark. And it's associated with the feminine. Remember I told y'all that. Well, when God said, "Let there be light," God didn't go out and work hard with his or her, whatever you call it, hands and craft light. Okay? God simply said, "Let there be light." And so it was. Okay? Do you get where I'm going with this, y'all? Okay? So, and then even in the sun and the moon, you can see this again. And if you're familiar with astrology, the sun is associated with the ego, with the physical, with the masculine. Okay? The moon is associated with feminine, with the dark, with the hidden, the subtle. Okay? So, like I was saying, there must be balance. Okay? It's the sun's out in the day, the moon is out at night. Okay? And y'all know that the moon is associated with the feminine menstrual cycles, all of that stuff. Okay? And the sun is bright, it shines, it's big, it's bright. Okay? Like, that's masculine energy all out there. Okay? But we almost have this balance in ourselves. And this can even apply to relationships as well. You're going to have one person, you need to have like one person that comes up with the vision for your life together. And then you have the other person that carries out and execute. And if both of you are too far in the feminine energy, then nobody's getting shit done. Or you're just dreaming all day. And if both of you are in the masculine energy, then nobody is dreaming. Nobody is creating a vision. Y'all are just doing and working and taking action, and basically just going in the motions, going through the motions, if that makes any sense. Okay. But like I said, this is not just a relationship. This is most important, starting in self, to have this balance. Okay. Like I said, gender does not matter, because you can actually have a masculine dominant woman and a feminine dominant energy male. Does not mean he is soft or any of that stuff, like we've been taught. My husband is actually a very strong feminine energy male. He has equal amount of masculine energy. He's very, very balanced in that. But he just has this ability to just like draw people to him. Okay. And we just really need to all remember to work in this feminine energy. This is how we manifest, okay? When we are balanced in these energies, we are not working ourselves to death. We're also not allowing the physical things we see in front of us, like I was saying earlier, to limit our beliefs. So some ways, guys, that we can work on strengthening our feminine energy is we can dance, we can listen to music. Like, feminine energy is all about that feeling you get, when you're really feeling a song, you're really feeling it inside and you're attaching it to memories, or it helps you just fantasize or whatever. We can soak in baths, not showers, baths. Okay. Again, water is considered a feminine thing. Okay. The moon pulls on water, water signs, that kind of thing, like Piscean energy, Cancer energy, that kind of thing. And this is not just for women, okay? This is also for men. This is for everybody. We can also repeat affirmations about what we want. Like, money comes to me all the time. Or, you know, jobs just throw themselves at me. Or I always get what I want, you know. So because this is going to be pulling things to you rather than you going out and efforting and working so hard to go get it and chasing it, okay? Like I said, both energies have their place and equally important. Um, Another way you can get in touch with the feminine energy is by simply being in nature, like going outside, putting your feet on the ground with no shoes on, taking a walk in nature. You know, sit outside under the moon at night. Since I said like dark is associated with feminine energy, you can sit in a dark room with all the lights out at night, like pitch black. Don't be afraid. We've been taught to be afraid of the dark, which is basically being taught to be afraid of the feminine energy, which is a lot of why, you know, they say this is a man's world because the masculine energy has become distorted, and it's basically become afraid of the power of the feminine energy. Okay, we become afraid, and a lot of people are literally afraid of the dark. Um, okay, and earlier I did mention how these energies have become distorted. So, one example of that is, see, we've been programmed, like I was saying, that the feminine energy is weak. But if it was weak, then people wouldn't be intimidated by it. Okay. A lot of men show this by trying to suppress their feminine energy or be totally out of touch with it, because they see it as weak, and they act superior to women, and they get these complexes, and then you have narcissists come out of this, and not just in men and women too, but when men start acting defective in their masculine energy and they're overdoing it and they're trying to exert control and they feeling superior or whatever, then what happens is women try to compete. We try to compete, right? We try to act masculine is what we do. We try to be like men. Oh, we can do what men can do, you know, being promiscuous and going out, you know, trying to work men's jobs or labor jobs. Basically, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like trying to be like men, okay? And trying to show them that we can be just as masculine as them. But we forget, y'all, the power of the feminine. And like I said, this is not just for women. This is about everybody. Okay, we forget the power of the feminine, and it's not weak. The power to magnetize, the power to pull to you. Okay, that is some powerful shit. All right, and so is the masculine. But they have their roles, and the thing is, they need to be working in tandem. They need to be working together in self. Okay. And we also just kind of see this distortion in the way people chase money. They put in the hard work to get the money because they're limited in their belief that they cannot create abundance without working really hard. Okay? We want to use our feminine energy to get the money to chase us. All right? Even in nature, okay, so male animals do something called peacocking, okay, and the reason it's called that is because male peacocks, whether y'all know this or not, male peacocks are the ones with the big, bright, colorful feathers, okay. The female is brown. She's plain and she's brown, but guess what? The male chases the female peacock. And he shows off all his colors, trying to get her attention, trying to get her to choose him over all the other peacocks, okay. So if you ever notice, women, it's the human males that have the long curly eyelashes naturally, right? And we all want them. We're all attracted to it. So we want it for ourselves because we're attracted to it, right? But like I was saying about the peacock, this is like men's version of peacocking, okay? They were born with these long lashes. And then women, what do we try to do? We go buy these long lashes and try to wear them and try to peacock like the males, right? That's acting, it sounds like feminine, but we're actually acting in masculine energy when we do that because this is something they have naturally for us to be attracted to. That's why they have them. Okay. And women try to get this look by putting on like long lashes. And guess what? Men don't even like it. They don't even like it. And I know this because I've seen several Facebook posts like, man, how do y'all feel about lashes? Like, guys don't like it. It's unattractive to them. And I'm not saying that don't wear them. Like, whatever makes you feel beautiful, please do it. Okay. The point I'm trying to make, guys, is that this is just an example so you can understand how these energies have been distorted. Because, you know, this is just how it manifests physically, in the physical world. This is more of an energetic thing that we're talking about, the energy. Okay. So we know that everything around us is basically a mirror reflection of our energy that we have inside on our energetic frequency. Okay. So basically, guys, I just want you to maybe practice some of the exercises that are talked about: walking in nature, taking baths, sitting in the dark, listening to music, but really get in tune with that feminine, okay? Because there needs to be a balance. And if you guys have any questions or anything like that, if would like me to expand on this subject, feel free to email me. Also, my Facebook page will be down in the description box below. If I would like for you to join my page. And you could also message me for a tarot card reading from that page if you would like one of those. All right, soul travelers, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you at the next time.